Welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports. We've got a unique game for you here. Some collegiate players added to the regular mix. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. So the Bronx will get the first possession. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by SGA.
And watch out for SGA going to the basket. He will put it on your head if you're not watching.
And Greg, you might not be surprised to hear this, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander comes from a family of athletes.
Yeah, I mean, his mother was a sprinter in the 400 meters representing Antigua and Bermuda in the 92 Summer Games in Barcelona. Impressive.
And they pick up two.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. Down low. For the three. It's good from long range. SGA's got 7.
Incredible range from Gilgeous-Alexander, making a tough shot look easy.
The three for Doncic. Hits the three-point bomb.
3 points.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And one of the quickest players in the league. Once Gilgeous-Alexander gets a step on you, it's over.
Durant. And finished off by KD.
A textbook use of the pick and roll, and he's the beneficiary in that one.
And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go.
And a 3-level score. That time, SGA takes it all the way.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And that one, good.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Pass to Durant. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. 7 points in the game.
And off-the-chart potential for Kevin Durant, especially if he can hit that consistently.
Worthy outside. Outside for SGA. Off target from 3-point range. Ingram left side. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's sent back by Jokic.
No slouch on defense. Jokic sending it back in the paint.
Here's Flag. Doncic looking it over. Just 5 to shoot. Nice move. He takes it in.
Hard to keep up with an athletic rookie like Flag. He's ready to outrun everybody.
Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Worthy. A special move before the shot.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. The Bronx on top. They lead by a bucket. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Bronx, what do you guys think?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And with each made three, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
And I like seeing Brunson drive inside. Good at just keeping the pressure on the defense.
Second round pick back in 2018. Stardom wasn't expected for Jalen Brunson, but he's always been a winner.
You look at his physical attributes, nothing jumps out at you, but it's all between the ears with him. The skill, the footwork, the vision, that's what makes him elite.
Pass to Edwards. 13 feet away. Kicks it out to LeBron. Back to Jokic. The second chance effort. Ooh, the touch from Jokic.
Yeah, Jokic, one of the league leaders in offensive rebounding throughout his career.
Here's Love. Towns with the steal. From the arc. Bronx grabs the miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Outside, Green. Pass to Rose. Kicks it out to Wagner. A shake. And finished off by Wagner.
Well, with his size and power, Wagner can seem unstoppable at the rim.
And so now a timeout taken by Mike D'Antoni. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Bronx. From outside the arc, it's hauled in by Hero. Here's the Bronx. Nifty move. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
Well, defensively, you have to do your best to guard Hero without fouling because he's nearly automatic from the line.
2 shots.
And it's tied up with that one.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Doncic outside. It's stolen by Rose. Hero from long range. That ball's great assist by Love. Hero's got 5 now.
Well, he's a volume three-point shooter in this league. Hero can really do damage from that.
Savvy pass, moving the ball to the person with the best shot on the floor.
Here's Hero. Banked in off the glass. He's got 7.
Well, everyone views Hero as a shooter, but he is also a terrific finisher.
And as the days and months go by, Greg, it still may take us some time to get over the shock of last season's trade of Luka Doncic.
And we know the question marks as far as conditioning and defense that led to it. But hard to bet against the talent of his caliber.
Driving the lane, and Flag throws it down.
Vicious finish by Flag, full throttle.
How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Look, he wasn't going to miss that opportunity. He saw the open man and took advantage.
Pass to Flag. Back to Doncic. Shot clock at 6. Crafty move. Luka throws it down.
The skill of Doncic at 6'7", 230, it makes him an impossible matchup defensively.
Nice move. And he jams it with authority.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
And here's James outside. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. The Bronx lead by just one. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Here's the Bronx. It's a one-point game. Doncic outside. SGA with the steal. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Ingram. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by SGA.
And this is what we're used to seeing from SGA. The guy can just take over.
And Doncic throws it down.
And right now, he is cooking. His guys would be smart to keep feeding the beast.
Outside, O'Neal. Pass to E. No good on the triple. And it's the Bronx with the ball. They trail by one. Doncic right side. Puts up a deep three. And Shaq pulls it down. And it's SGA in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to O'Neal. SGA's got 5 points now this quarter. Jokic a screen. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
Well, you have to deny these easy shots when you can. They send a clear message to your opponent.
Durant feeling it out a bit. Launches it. Rebounded by E. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Bronx. The lead is 2. And the Bronx, another 3.
And you have to know that's coming from Gilgeous-Alexander. He is not shy beyond the arc.
Pass the flag. There's 1:38 left to play here in the third. He gets it in there.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
And so now a timeout taken by Mike D'Antoni. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. Making a switch here. The Bronx leading by 3.
Substitution on the court.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And it's sent back by KD.
You really see the length Durant possesses on plays like this with an incredible block.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. No good on the second free throw. The Bronx trails by 4. On the wing, Doncic. Here's Doncic, and he gets it to go.
And how about the balance of Doncic on that possession? Amazing at just absorbing the contact and still with the strength to finish.
The offensive skill set for Karl Anthony Towns, Greg is a 7-footer, is very special, to say the least.
The outstanding shooting, the post play, and he's worked on his defense. He may never be elite at that end, but he ignites an offense.
The Bronx leading by 3. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And the jam by Ilgauskas.
And not a long trip to the rim for Ilgauskas, using that reach to just hammer it down.
In the corner, it's Ingram. Shot clock at 5. And slam dunk by Ingram.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Shot and game clock separated by 5. There it is for him. Wagner's got the lead up to 5 now for the Bronx.
Yeah, and showing some force inside. Wagner making sure he gets his.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. To the middle. Here's LeBron. LeBron playing like a big man inside.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Gasol screen to the inside and finished off by Gasol.
And it's really smart to get Gasol moving in these pick and roll plays. He's not only an amazing passer, but a terrific scorer as well.
Ingram with it. Defended now by Wagner. Ingram outside. Pass the flag. To tie it up. Gasol pulls it in.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
Rugged finish from Gilgeous-Alexander.
And when you get physical with Gilgeous-Alexander, you really have to hit him, or else he just powers through that contact.
And so now a timeout taken by Mike D'Antoni. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Both teams will make substitutions. The Bronx trails by 5. Now here's Tatum. Here's Durant. Beyond the arc. Cleared away by Leonard. The wing, Gilgeous-Alexander buries the jumper.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often. And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Dunks aren't always for the big fella.
Serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring up.
SGA from 19, that one goes.
And he had a good look, and Gilgeous-Alexander made it pay off.
Doncic. Here's Durant. Layup, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Drained from outside.
On a dime, Shai got right where he wanted for that shot.
And so now a timeout taken by Mike D'Antoni. He's ready to talk things through with them. Ingram outside. And that time also a missed shot. The Bronx leading by 12. And down goes the three.
And that was deep. But hey, he shows how confident he is taking those shots.
Outside Ingram. Now Jokic shoots the three. Knocks down the three.
And don't undersell Ingram's passing. It's a developing part of his game.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. The response triple answers back.
And look, When someone is shooting from that distance, it makes it very difficult on the defense.
Ingram outside. And he misses the J.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Misses the deep three. Outside Durant. Puts up the three. Gilgeous Alexander. Oh, the bomb from deep will go right down. So no problem for the Bronx as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost